Hello, welcome back to the channel. We've only lost twice since we took over here at Weymouth, but today could change all of that as we play two of the top three sides. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 6 of The Bottom to the Top as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top, and this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you games in the Vanarama National League South, match days 42 and 43 as we come in towards the culmination of the season. And as I said in the intro, two really tough games. First of all against Bath City, who are currently lying in third place, and then we play the league leaders Yeovil Town in our second game of the episode. If we can get away with points from this episode, then I think we're on track to survive. Since you were last with us, we have well, what have we done? We've played one game, and that game was against Havant and Waterlooville, but we only managed to get a 3-3 draw in that game, despite having over 1,000 people in our home ground. I think for the first time since we took over. In fact, it is the first time since we took over. So 1,000 people really now believing that we could do this. The gates have been somewhere around 600, 800 is about the biggest one I can see here. But 1,000 people, and I know Havant and Waterlooville, it was a local derby really, so I think Havant and Waterlooville brought quite a few people with them. This was the state of play though. As you will see, Rory Dinkin gave Havant and Waterlooville the lead after 21 minutes, but 9 minutes later Michael Weiss scored quite a good goal on 30 minutes. Let's have a look at the goal, shall we? And a corner coming in. The ball's brought back out to Hamlin. Weiss hits it a first time, has a go at the second time, drives it the second time into the corner of the net. And it's 1-1 on the half-hour mark. And then we thought we'd really gone about turning it around, because Harvey Slade got another goal 7 minutes later, again from a corner, Hamlin, and Slade doing what Slade does well and nodded that straight in the back of the net. So 2-1 we lead, but it was only a short-lived lead, because Davante Stanley, who obviously was a bit of a devil to us really, he equalised for Havant and Waterlooville on 39 minutes. So going into half-time, it was 2-2, and then Davante Stanley just didn't read the script, basically. He scored again after 66 minutes, but thankfully 3 minutes later Callum Tripp did this. A nice header from a free kick from Weiss, and well done it was too. So Weiss picking up a goal and an assist. We did have a goal disallowed. Cameron Cooper missing out after 57 minutes. We'll see that as well. Hamlin. Otherwise, we would have probably beat them. As you see, I don't think it was actually Cameron Cooper that was offside. There was a player offside, and yes, we didn't get that through. So Slade also having a good game. He had a goal and assist as well. So both played very, very well. Stats-wise, 16 shots, only 5 on target. So the ratio wasn't particularly good. 1.71 and 55% of the possession. They had 8 shots, 5 on target, 0.67 and 45% of the possession. Yeah. So anyway, that's how it all ended. How did that leave the table looking? Well, it left the table looking something like this. We are in 19th place on 44 points, 3 points clear, and goal difference, I should say, clear of Maidstone United. But what we really do is need to pick up some points if we can just keep our noses in front and keep going. We are 2 points clear of Welling United, who we still have to play I hasten to play them in the next episode, which will be the last 2 games of the season. But that's coming up at a later date. So yeah, we are in 19th, as I say. Welling United in 20th, Maidstone United in 21st, and then we are some 7 points clear now of Dover Athletic, who are down in 22nd. So that is quite a decent gap. Just need to extend it if we can in today's episode. So that is how we have been doing. I think it's high time. I don't think there's a lot else to tell you, really. Just check the medical centre. Injuries, we've got Josh McQuaid is out. Max Hemmings is out, both with long-term injuries. And Michael Kelly, he's got a thigh strain. He's out for 3 to 5 weeks as our backup goalkeeper. So we're down to our threadbares of goalkeepers again. Let's hope we don't pick up any more injuries. Let's go and have a look at the game then against Bath City. In this one, Bath City currently are lying in 3rd place. We travelled to Twerton Park for this. I've played them once in this series and beat them at home back in November. That was before we joined. A goal from Keelan O'Connell on that occasion, and giving Weymouth the win. Let's hope we can pick another 3 points up today. And here is the team that will face Bath City at Twerton Park for this Vanarama League, National League South match day 42. Nick Zack continues in goal. McCarthy, Slade, Rowan and Howe make our defensive line. Tripp, Petit and Bolton in midfield. Vice sits behind Goodship and Cooper up front. Thompson, Gidry, George, Shabar and Melvin Lambert make up the bench. And here we are at Twerton Park. Bath City are winning 2 of their last 5 and losing the other 3. And drawn that last match, of course, in the last 5. Playing our usual formation. Bath City 3rd on 74 points. We're 19th on 44. Bath playing a 4-2-3-1. McCarthy throws into Goodship. Goodship to Bolton. Petit to Vice. Nearly gave that ball away, but luckily it didn't. Howe on a run. Howe cuts inside. McCarthy through to Tripp. Tripp tries to generate a bit of space. He does. Cuts it back. And Goodship sweeps it into the back of the net. And his 14th goal of the season. And inside the first 5 minutes, we are a goal to the good. It's a bit early, but playing well. Tripp created that space all on his own and then cut it back for Goodship to put away. They have a free kick just inside our half. Try and stop them from getting back into the game, of course. Rain's out on this side. And he's going to try and get this ball in. Go out and meet him, boys. Come on. Stop him from getting that cross in. He's got the cross in. Slade is underneath it, but Pegram, just over the top. It was close. See it again from the other angle. Moved up into 18th place as it currently stands. I guess if we were to win here today and lose against Yeovil, it's not too bad. They have a corner now. It's going to be an outswinger. Lloyd with the corner. It's headed clear and back in, but off target. Howe with a throw in on that far side. He's picked up a yellow card. Bolton, who's caught in the tackle, but Howe is there to mop up. Rowan, Slade. Slade to Tripp. Tripp goes out wide to Howe, who's in acres of space. What can he do with this? He cuts it in, and it's well blocked by the goalkeeper, but it's only back to Howe, and Howe wasn't tripped in the area. Petit is going to leave that to go out. And we'll see it from the other angle, what actually went on there. Out to Howe in acres of space. Howe crosses this in, and it's blocked. Goodship trying to get it in again, but it's blocked by Batten, I think it was. They have a throw in. Lloyd on that far side. Precarious 1-0. Another goal now would be a lot easier, of course. But, nearly cut out. Who was that? That was Weiss nearly getting his foot in. Didn't, though. And they're on it. Rains is in acres of space out here. Cross it into the area. Good save by Nick Zach. That was a definite goal. Had he not made that save. Lloyd with an outswinger again on that far side. Swings it in. It's headed over the top, though. Woodman with a free kick just inside our half. Purcell out that far side. Cuts it in. His Lloyd is out there. Oh, ball comes in. Nick Zach's got it, though. Nick Zach throws that out to McCarthy. McCarthy all the way back across to Rowan. Bolton. Bolton, that's a short ball and a poor ball from Bolton. Not concentrating. And Lloyd generates a space. Russ, Smith, Rains. Oh, Fletcher's in. Oh, he's come off the inside of the post, and we've had a little bit of luck there. Bolton comes out and picks it up, though. Can we catch them on the counter? Cooper. Cooper now. Out on that far side. What can he do? He's been tackled and it's gone out for a throw. I think this was the save from Nick Zach. Fletcher. Oh, no, it wasn't. This was the one that come off the inside of the post. And half-time comes. And we've been somewhat fortuitous in that first half by getting that goal lead after 5 minutes. Cameron Tripp feeding Goodship, and Goodship dutifully putting it away. 4 shots, 3 on target, 1.24. 43% possession against their 8-2, 1.18 and 57% of the possession. I'd just like to see a bit more of the same in the second half, to be fair. 64 minutes on the clock. Nick Zach with a goal kick out to Howe. And Howe's lost control of that. Not what we expect of him. McCarthy getting in there, though. And but he's not come away with the ball, but he did get that. But it wasn't to anybody, only Rains. And Rains runs down that wing. He's in a danger area. He's cut it back. Smith can't do anything with it, thankfully. Well defended in a way. Roos, Pegram. Oh, and they put that away. Danny Lloyd curled that ball in, and it's 1-1 after 66 minutes. It was a matter of time, I suppose. But, question of whether he was offside. Yeah, just being played on by Rowan. Not much. And with 66 minutes on the clock, having conceded that goal, we're going to make 2 changes. Cameron Cooper not really doing anything up front. Do I take him off? The thing is, he's not having such a good game, but I'm reluctant to take him off. Do you know, he just needs to do something. And, that something could just be the difference. I'm just wondering whether... Do we change him as an advanced forward? Or just swap these 2 over and then change him back to a poacher on that side? Just to see if he gets any luck over there. Right, just making the 1 change then. Casey Petit has come off. Bolton takes up the ball-winning midfielder role. And Juraj comes on for Petit. Lloyd with a throw-in on that far side. Pegum. Juraj wins that ball, but it's wayward forward pass. Nobody there, and that's a bit of a waste. Rust. McCarthy cuts that ball out, though. McCarthy comes forward. McCarthy, who's not had such a good game today, but we've asked of him to play Cooper. As I've kept him on, he's moved sides. Tripp crosses that ball for Howe. Back into Juraj. And he's brought down. It is a penalty. And Juraj Lloyd brought him down. We just need to convert this penalty now. We're not necessarily been good at penalties. Slade puts it away. Back in front on 73 minutes. 8th goal of the season for Harvey Slade. It's 2-1. And with 73 minutes on the clock, we are going to make that change now. And Cameron Cooper has come off. Melvin Lambert replaces him up front, goes alongside Goodship. Vine with the ball here. Purcell. Russ crosses that ball, but McCarthy is there. Move back up to 18th place. Slade to Bolton. Bolton to Juraj. Juraj finds Weiss. Cooper to Howe. Another goal would be splendid. Just give us that cushion. It's a lovely cross by Howe. McCarthy. But straight into the arms of Wright. And with 85 minutes on the clock, Teddy Howe is tiring. He's had a very, very good game out on that right side today. He's got a yellow card and he's tired. We'll take him off. And Tariq Guidry comes on for him. And it's all over. We've held out for a 2-1 win. And those 3 points, I really didn't expect to pick up. So, as I said, even if we lose against Yeovil, 3 points, I was expecting, I would sort of put a marker of 2 on if we could get a couple of draws. But those 3 points could be an absolute bonus, really. We will see how that turns out. But we had 10 shots, 7 of which were on target. 3.22 really did do the job. 43% of the possession. That was the only thing that was down. They had 13 shots, 4 on target, 1.93 and 57% of the possession. We played well today. And here's a roundup of the day's games. Taunton Town have been relegated. They've dropped into the regional divisions. And it's a bit of a shame, really. Used to live in Taunton, and a bit disappointed for them not in or relegated by close rivals Weston-super-Mare of all sides. Truro City losing 3-0 to Slough Town. Slough Town doing us a wonderful bit of work there, which means that we go in front of Truro City now by 1 point. We are 4 points clear of Welling United, who we still have to play in the final episode of the this season, and it could well be that a win against them will actually secure our safety. At the moment, we are 6 points clear of Maidstone United with 4 games to play. I make 12 points out of that. I think possibly another win, which means we might come back straight away, because I think, well, we'll see how this game goes against Yeovil, because if depending on how that goes, it will determine where we end up, and whether one more game might actually secure our safety, and we want to see that on camera if we can. So Welling United today, they lost 2-0 to Dover Athletic, who are also in the relegation zone. But as I say, we are now 6 points clear of Maidstone United in 21st place. Nice bit of daylight between us. That's two wins, and also a lot of goal difference as well, which is another added bonus. And we're some 5 points clear of Welling United, and as I said, 1 point clear of Truro City. Got a little bit of a gap between us and St Albans City above us, but that really doesn't matter. I'm quite happy if we finished 18th. We will have done a wonderful job. Right, 3 days down to our game against Yeovil Town. We'll motor through. If there's any news, we'll come back. Well, ahead of our game against Yeovil, a couple of bits of news for you. I have signed a new contract for 550. It says 525 on there, but I've negotiated up to 550. I wanted 600 really, because at the end of the day, Paul, I've saved your bacon, mate. I've got you, otherwise you'd have been going down if I'd not come in and sorted you out. And I've just won player of the month, manager of the month for the Vanarama National League South. And you want to offer me the same amount of money that I'm on. It's a 1 year contract. If we do well next season, I can tell you something, Paul. If I get anywhere near promotion or even in the playoffs next season, it's going to cost you 750 as a bare minimum, mate. All right, so there you go. That's what it's going to cost you if you want me to stay here. It's going to cost you bucks. So having beaten Bath City on Good Friday, we're now playing Yeovil Town at home at the Bob Lucas Stadium on Easter Monday. And a result of any sort here would go down rather well. We've played them once so far in this series. We didn't play them, it was before we came in back in October at Hewish Park and lost 3-0 on that occasion. Smith, Hours and Staunton, the scorers for Yeovil. I'm looking for a better result today, especially as we're on reasonable form. And this is the team that will face Yeovil Town in this Vanarama National League South match day 43. And a result of any kind today could go a long way to securing our safety. And the team looks like this. Nick Zack in goal. Cisse, Slade, Rowan and Guidry, our defensive line. I didn't say earlier, I know we played McCarthy in there last time. That's because there is a suspension to Hamlin. He's hit 15 yellow cards for the season and suspended for I'm not sure it was 3 or 4 matches. So he'll be out just a little bit, perhaps back for the last 2 games of the season. Juraj, Petit and Bolton continue in midfield. Vice continues in that shadow striker role. Need to have a little bit of competition for him next season, I think. Cooper and Melvin Lambert replaces Goodship up front, really, because Goodship just needs a little bit of a rest up front. And then on the bench, we have Thompson, McCarthy, Tripp, Shabar and Goodship. Tripp on the bench because he's not, as you see, he's not 100%. So Juraj taking his place today. And here we are back at the Bob Lucas Stadium. Won 4 of our last 5, drawn the other one, playing our usual formation. Yeovil Town playing a 4-2-4 and effectively 2 strikers. Won 3 of their last 5, lost 1 and drawn 1. They are top and guaranteed playoff place on 89 points. We're on 18th on 47 points. Young with a... it's just gone wide. A free kick. And he swung this ball in and we weren't marking Hours. Was it Hours? Cisse with a throw-in on that far side. Juraj. Back to Cisse. Cisse into the area. Vice. Juraj has been brought down. Not a penalty, though. And the Yeovil team come away. Hamilton skinning his man out there. And, got round Slade as well. Hours. It's gone wide. Hamilton starts us off for the second half. And Yeovil was always a bit of a worry with a highlight from kickoff. As you know, I do not like it. Hamilton again in that midfield. And as you'll see from the halftime stats, I suppose we're playing a side top of the table for a reason. That's gone through to Nick Zack. Is the highlight going to continue? It is. Guidry on that far side, in for Howell today. Rowan, Petit, Slade, Cisse. What's he going to do with this ball? It's gone for Bolton in midfield. Bolton through to Melvin Lambert, and he's put it away. His 6th goal of the season. And boys and girls, 46 minutes on the clock. We are in the lead against Yeovil. I don't expect to stay there, but I can tell you this. It's better than I thought, and we've started the second half in good thing. Oh, it was lucky Melvin Lambert fired it at the goalkeeper and it come off him. Question of offside, I think. No, he was onside. And with nearly 70 minutes on the clock, making one change at this junction time. Elliot Bolton, who's had a good game today, in that central midfield. We've taken him off. He's tiring very rapidly. He's also got a yellow card. And we've replaced him with Callum Tripp. Cisse with a throw-in. 78 minutes on the clock here. Trip back to Cisse. It's flashing around there, and they're going to have a breakaway. We're going to have to be careful here. Get numbers back quickly as possible. Well stopped by Petit. Cisse fires that one forward looking for Cooper, but Cooper's not going to get there, and the Yeovil will have a chance to counter again. That's a long ball. Hamilton is going to get there. He's got a man in the middle, and he's put it away himself. Didn't need it. 11th goal of the season, and it's 1-1. We hung on to the 80th minute, but you can see why they are top of the table. Looked like he was going to cross that in for Newble, but he didn't. In the end, he put it away himself. And with 80 minutes on the clock, having conceded that goal, we're making two changes. Tariq Guidry is tiring and not having a good day. We've taken him off and brought on Thompson on that right side of defence, on that wing-back position. And then we have also replaced Cameron Cooper. Again, not having a great day. We've taken him off and replaced him with Goodship. Cisse with a throw into Goodship. Back to Cisse. Oh, he's given the ball away. Oh, man. But Goodship tracking back. Nick Zach. We are in the last minute of added time. We don't want to lose this now. We've done such a good job today. Cisse. Can we go and sneak this, though? I mean, 3 points would be something good. And Girardet's in. He's cutting back. Oh, just wide from Goodship. It's gone for a corner, actually. Oh, dearie me. That could have been so good. Vice with the corner. Can we get something? Right on the death. Swung in. It's headed back out. And it's all over. We have secured 4 out of 6 points in our 2 games against the top 3 sides. Oh, boys and girls, that is a result. That is a huge result. Yeovil Town, 13 shots, 4 on target, 0.96, 44% of the possession. Goodness me. We had 8 shots, 3 on target, 1.15 on the XG. We're more definite than them. And 56% of the possession. Wow. Malvin Lambert after 46. Jacob Hamilton after 80 minutes, giving them the equaliser. To be fair, it's almost a bit of a disappointment that we've actually dropped 2 points here. But that point could be a big difference. Let's go and have a look and see how that affects the table. With a full programme of games complete, we are all but there. I think we need 3 points in order to secure safety. And as you'll see, Welling United, who lost today, they lost to Maidstone United by 2-0. Maidstone United above them. So a bit of a ding-dong for them. We are currently 6 points clear of them with 9 points available from 3 games. Which means, had we won today, we'd have had 50 points. And we'd been 8 points adrift and literally needed to pick up 1 point as it turned out. But as it is, we are 6 points in front of them, got better goal difference, and we basically need to pick up the 3 points and see how they get on, because if they lose, then I think we're okay anyway. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, we're on 48, they're on 42, and we've got to play them as well. So that could be quite an interesting match in the next episode, as it turns out. Right. Yeah, I don't think there's too much else to tell you. Taunton lost again. Obviously already relegated, and I think also relegated are Averley, 34. They can only get 43, so they're gone now as well. So it's between Dover Athletic, Welling United, Maidstone United, Truro, and ourselves. Still possible to end up in that drop zone, albeit we're getting closer to not being involved in that battle. Right, we were going to play Eastbourne Borough offline, come back for Welling United and Farnborough. What we are going to do is we're going to record all three. And what we may do is just show you two and highlights of the other one. I'm thinking at the moment probably we will have Eastbourne Borough and Welling United in the next episode, because they're going to be key games in our survival. One of those two games will secure us our survival. Unless we lose all three games, of course. They are both away, and then we have Farnborough at home. So it may well be, depending on whether we secure it or not in these two games, we'll show you those games and then have highlights of Farnborough, assuming we've secured safety. And if one of those doesn't give up and it's going to go to the last match, you may well see all three. Bonus. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me some comments, let me know how you think this series is going, what you'd like to see me do in the future. All future episodes of Bottom to the Top and our other series, Irons in the Fire, if you've not been watching that, go and have a look. By hitting the notification button, it will let you know when they are released. New episodes of Bottom to the Top released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. We're back on Friday for episode 7. It's going to be the end of the season. And will we clinch safety? Join me Friday and find out. Till then, bye-bye.